to His Grand Design Ministries. I'm Haley Owens, and we are so excited to have you join in to us today. So it's been a little while since I've been on, and definitely missed you guys. Been a lot of adjustments going on lately. His Grand Design Ministries is my heart of hearts, and I want to constantly pursue this. I'm always not as good at it as I always like to be, but we're getting somewhere. A couple new things. So I am now a homeowner. Woohoo! Yay me! Along with my husband Ryan. And so one of the newest things is I've actually set up a His Grand Design room. I'm so excited. So I've got some flowers and some decorations, and of course my lovely pulpit, which I really haven't even done a message behind, and this thing's a year old, so I'm glad to finally be breaking it in. Another thing, we now have business cards. We're so excited about this. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and now I finally have them. So it is my lovely little face on the top, and then it says my name. It says His Grand Design Ministries. Like us on Facebook, so subscribe to us on YouTube, and then it says to schedule an event, call, and it has my phone number. So very excited to have these. If you or someone you know wants some, I have plenty. Definitely looking to hand these out and have people check us out, and definitely join this amazing thing that God has placed on my life, and all the wonderful things the future will hold for us here at His Grand Design Ministry. So, with that being said, today I have a message for you all, and it is called Be Still. Something that this girl struggles with. So, I am a think ahead, plan ahead, worry, anxiety, depression mess, if we're being honest. So Be Still is coming from Psalms 46:10, and it's a verse that God has constantly repeated to me over the last 6 months about my life and who I am and what I need to do. And I'm going to move this a little bit out of the way because I feel kind of blocked. But I worry, and I just think too much, and I'm a female, and my thoughts go crazy, and it can be bad. So with God repeating this to me, it's just don't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. Be in this moment. Be still and breathe. Is that something that I feel like I struggle with? And I know right now a lot of the generations struggle with worry, anxiety, depression. It's sadly becoming a very common thing. So I want to talk about my personal struggle with this, and then I want to just give you guys some scripture and kind of what God showed me and how to deal with these things and what you can get out of a difficult situation. So I'm going to bring my notebook to me. The first verse that I want to do is the verse that I just said, which is Psalms 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted throughout the world. And again, that's Psalms 46:10. So I want to take a second. I want to go back over that verse. So at the very beginning, it says, be still, and then there's a comma. And I believe this is the New King James Version. I have a couple different versions on me, and I'm sorry I didn't write that down. But the comma is something that I actually just recently noticed, but it's something that stands out so much to me. So for me, the way that I learned the comma is a pause. It is a timeout. It is you're saying something, pause, continue. So for me, this is the way I see this verse, and this makes it that much more powerful to me. So it says, be still and know that I am God. Okay. Be still and know that I am God. You just feel like you can hear the power in that. He's saying, stop. Don't worry. Don't fill yourself with anxiety. Don't fill yourself with depression. Don't go to those places. Just be still. Kind of like something that just popped into my head, not necessarily my mom, but other moms. You're going through the grocery store and it's like your kid just had like all the caffeine in the world and they're jumping up and down and you're like, be still. You're like, 5 more minutes, just stay right there, be calm, it's gonna be okay. So I think that is kind of like our version, like oh my God, what are we gonna do, and how am I gonna fix this, and what do I do next, and what about tomorrow, and this day, and this day, and this day, and oh my gosh, be still. And it's just like, it's such a fatherly, like, breathe, it's gonna be okay, I got you, I am God, I can do this, in case you didn't know, you got nothing to worry about, just be still and know that I am God. So I love that, and he has just pressed that into my heart so much over the last 6 months. It really just made me think about, don't get in this hustle and bustle, even though it's so easy to do. Just breathe and be still, and I got this. And it just, it's so helpful, and it's so amazing, and it really, really makes a difference. So, calming. It's just, it really is. It makes me feel like I can go forward and do this and just listen to him. And it kind of goes along with my other favorite verse, which I will slightly cheat because it is behind the camera on my wall, but it is, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. So you may not understand what the situation is, why it's happening, what's going to happen tomorrow, but the important thing is to just trust in the Lord. Be still, trust in the Lord, lean not on your own understanding, and know that he is God. I mean, they go hand in hand and they tell us what to do. Just with those 2 verses, he's telling us so much. So that was kind of thrown in there. But something that I saw today that actually really helped me get through today, because it was a Monday for me, was when you can't, God can. And it was just a thing, like a little post that popped up on my Facebook feed, and I actually shared it again today, so if you're friends with me, definitely go take a look at that. But it's just, when you can't, God can't. He can, I can't, he can. I can't talk, he can. Let me try that again. When you can't, God can. So, another verse, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do it, but only through Christ who strengthens me. So when you can't, when you're like, you know what, I just can't deal with this depression, I can't deal with this anxiety, God can calm the storm, he can say be still, and it's gonna be okay. So I want to roll that into another verse, which is one of my, it's not my favorite verse, because sometimes I can be a little bit dwelling in the moment, and this is really difficult adult and I just can't do this and I don't want to do this. Why are you making me do this, God? And I feel like a little kid, like, can you please just take care of this so I can get on with my life? But it's Romans 8 verses 18. Yet what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal to us later. So, first thought that comes to my mind is now being our earthly life and later being our heavenly life. I definitely think that, what we go through here, it's just so minuscule in comparison to the eternity that you can have by knowing Jesus Christ and having a personal relationship with him. And so I see that in this verse. What we suffer now is nothing compared to the glorious and wonderful things that he has for us in heaven. But I also do see this verse relating to us here on earth now. What you go through in this season of life is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal in the next season of your life. So you're going through the valley of the shadow of death, and you're trying not to fear any evil, but you're surrounded by it. You're in that depression, you're in that anxiety, you're in that worry, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say. I think that he takes the time to say, be still in that, but know what we suffer now in this season is nothing compared to the glory that he will reveal to us later in that next season, in that next moment, in that next chapter of your life. The things that he can do then is nothing compared to what he's doing right now. So, it's just definitely, you can kind of see it either way. You can see it as in this life versus heaven, or you can see it as a season by season, because God definitely is in control of all, and he does all to make sure that he's there with us every step of the way. And without getting ahead of myself, like I tend to do, God is so amazing, and he's so perfect, and a lot of people don't know him, which is crazy to me. I grew up in church. I've known him my whole life. I've loved him my whole life. We've had our ins and outs. It's just like any other relationship in my life, except the other person is perfect. That is hard. My favorite thing about it is the other person is perfect, but the hardest part about it is the other person is perfect. So God will never let me down. God will never stand me up. God will never let me go. God will always be right there, being perfect, being him, being the all in all forever and always. And I fail daily. Every moment, every hour, every second, I fail. I'm human. I have to kill my flesh. I have to humble myself. And so it's so cool because it's like, I have this person who I can reflect on, and I want to be like you, and I want to, see everything that you are and do everything and just have that relationship. But you choose to love me even though I'm none of that for you. And that just blows my mind, and that's so incredible and kind of off topic, but that's one of my favorite things about it is he's perfect and we're not, and he's okay with that. He loves that. He wants more of us, and give me your mess, give me your brokenness, give me those pieces of you that you don't like, and let me fix them. I'm getting a little excited. And just, if you're not excited for Jesus, what can you be excited for, right? So the last verse, and oh my goodness, I don't think I wrote it down where it's from. Okay, so I did not write down the verse, the actual where it's from. So I will post that in the subject of this video. So if you are really confused by that, now you know. The subject of this video will be where this verse is from. And if you know it, high five to you, because I don't, but I know the verse. Okay, let me breathe. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the Lord, and their righteousness is from me, says the Lord. So, my favorite part of that is obviously the first sentence, basically. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. So, until about 2 weeks ago, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Okay. I took that as no weapon will be formed against you. So, nothing is going to come at me. You're telling me in this Bible verse that you've got it, nothing's going to come at me, and I'm just going to have the best life, and it's going to be totally awesome, because that's what you're telling me. And then I read it again, and I was like, wait, that's totally not what that's saying right there. No weapon formed. So, a weapon will be formed. Something will come at you. Something will target you. But it will not prosper. It'll come at you with everything it has, and it's going to swing, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to hit you. But it can't kill you, because it can't prosper. It can't kill you, because it can't prosper. It's going to beat you up a little bit. It's going